Hope you're doing great. I am back with another video. Sorry, it's a little bit late this week. The topic for October is expansion into abundance. And this was based on a Miracle Monday that I did 2 weeks ago on exactly this topic. And it was such a fabulous Miracle Monday. I love it. It was very expansive, as it should have been. And so the reason I wanted to talk about this is because as you know, I've been going through a lot of challenges over the past year, more than that. And as I was kind of working on a strategy to shift things, I realized that my energy was becoming constricted, which I think is natural after everything that's been happening. And what I realized is my question is how do you stay in an expansive state even when things are challenging? Because, like it was around some debt that I have. And so I was sitting there and I was trying to calculate, okay, if I put aside this much towards this and this much towards that. And it was like I was narrowing and constricting my world. But while, I could still be doing all this calculating I needed to do, but my energy needed to stay expansive in order to receive. Because this is our container for receiving. So when we want abundance, now as an example, like if we want more money, then take a look at how big is your container for receiving money. Very often we think we're not deserving, so we think, we should only maybe get this much in life, or we think we're not meant for greater things, so we should get even less in life. We have limit. Hi, whoever's just joined, I'd love to know who it is. Thank you for jumping on. So we think that we don't deserve it, or we have a lot of limiting thoughts in our minds about how my having more might take away from you having some. Particularly for those of us living in the Western world, we think, we shouldn't ask for any more because we have so much compared to those who are living in poverty in other parts of the world. So there's so many reasons we don't ask, but when we do that, we create constriction. We make our containers so much smaller. So as an example, if you wanted to earn more money, then look at what your energetic income ceiling is. I did this exercise, and it's from Denise Duffield-Thomas's Lucky Bitch program, which is really fantastic. It's her boot camp. And she has a lot of great exercises. And that really stayed with me because I realized I do not have an energetic income ceiling. I can quite happily earn billions and billions of dollars. I could receive billions and billions of dollars without having a problem with it. I already have plenty of uses for it. And that was really interesting. So for me, it's no problem to keep that container open. What I have to learn to do is to do it to kind of work in increments, because I am a big thinker and I am an alchemist. I can magnetize things like that. Now the challenge for me is to do it in increments. So maybe I'll manifest, say for example, $1,000 or $2,000 at a time and make sure I'm keeping it in my account. And so I'm very good at creating, and what I need to do is do it incrementally and systematically so that I'm able to accumulate enough, because it takes I tend to be able to bring in the big amounts, but then of course there's the bills to pay and there's not enough left over so much at the end. But if I can do it in increments, then I'm able to save more of each increment, which helps me to grow my wealth. So it's really interesting how learning about all these things about your energy having an impact on your finances, you're showing how big your container is, or how to manage your container tells you a lot. So when it comes to abundance, it's a mindset thing, because we want to shift our thinking. We want to even shift the consciousness of our heart so that we're in a more expansive state, because our heart is actually the most expansive tool we have to work with. When we think of something that we want with our minds, it only has a vibrational resonance of 6 inches. Whereas our heart resonates for 30 football fields in all directions. Imagine that. Imagine wanting something and then just feeling with your heart and it resonating out into the world. And, in law of attraction, like attracts like. So it's like having a magnet. If you've got such a huge kind of signaling system, imagine the wonder that's going to come back, right? So we're really looking at our container, how big it is, how to receive more, how to keep a little more. One trick that I use when I'm trying to create more money is I'll donate money. Now, this is not coming from a place of constriction or if I give, I'll get more back. Not at all. It's with an open heart, and I totally believe in this. And it could be like maybe even in a month where maybe I do have to be careful about my expenses, but I'll notice that I have quite a bit of money to loan in my Kiva account, which is fantastic. And I love that because you get some money back and then you can relend again. So that's a really beautiful way of creating this cycle of giving and receiving. So then what I'll do is I will donate some money just as a way to kind of shake up my finances if I feel like not enough is coming in for what I need at that point. And it has to be something that you feel comfortable with. Like, don't give $1 million if you don't have $1 million, or don't overstretch yourself. But it's a way of remembering to be grateful. You know, if you live in Vancouver, you know, very often just drive by the downtown east side and remind myself that there is actually always something to be grateful for, even when I'm resisting it. And even if everything feels like crap, there is always something small that I can hold close to my heart and be grateful for that. And so in times like those, you know, I will just think, like, that kind of puts me in a better mindset of, yeah, I'm so thankful. Please let me see how I can help someone else. And then even if it's like a $5 donation or something like that, I'll do that just as a way to get some movement going. Hi, whoever's joined, I'd love to know who it is. Thank you so much for joining. So then I'll donate a little bit of money as a way of expanding my container. And yeah, it feels good to help people. Again, I try not to make it about me, but I just know that I can play this little energetic game. And then again, I open my container, and then it's amazing how money always comes in. So it's a little game that I like to play because you're always in communication with life. And so yeah, what I wanted to, so we've been talking about our energetic container and receiving and how do we create abundance. It's about being as expansive as possible. And then, you know, looking at, for example, or a mantra you can tell yourself is what you want wants, or what I want wants me. And this is great because it's creating an energetic momentum. You're like, yeah, okay, great. What's coming to me? Or like my sister, for example, got a lottery ticket, and she, it wasn't a winner, but just like a cash winner, but she got something like 3 free plays. And on one of those, she won $1. Another one of them, she got another free play. So in total, she got about, and then she won $10 and then another $1. So she got 3 free plays and $11. It's just like, oh, it wasn't really a winner. I was like, are you kidding? Like, you got value and you got a little bit of cash. So now it's just showing you that you're, you know, a bit of beginner's luck. You're on the road and you create this energetic momentum. So it's like, how do you stay in the right mind? It's a perfect example. How do you stay? What the Course in Miracles says is staying right-minded. How do you stay right-minded no matter what is happening? And that's in this place of there's always enough. And we can change our thoughts about something. We can change our heart. And I think I'm calling it heart set. It's like the mindset of our heart, because we want to be working with our heart because it's such a powerful resonance. How can we shift that into a more expansive state? So yes, thank you. I can receive more. Now, something that people ask me is, how about people who have a lot of money but aren't nice people? How I don't understand that. And I say, well, first of all, I think there's soul choices. That was their dharma in this lifetime, is their soul choice is to be able to make lots of money. I'm also curious about if they were able to be in this expansive state, in this more generous state, in a kinder state, would they actually receive more? So what looks like huge amounts to us is actually only a small component of what they could receive if they were so-called, you know, kinder people. So yeah, I wanted to throw that out to you as well. And also, we have all these limiting beliefs about what we're capable of, because the first thing we think, you know, when we ask for something from life, we often think, it's never going to happen for me. There's so many obstacles. I'm not good enough. Look what happened the last time, which was, you know, nothing happened the last time I asked. But no, staying in this place of being right-minded no matter what. And, you know, for example, I also would love to point out that, and energetically, before we've even asked for something, it's already on its way to us. And this is life's way of directing us towards something that really, and so it's like whatever is meant for us comes to us, and then halfway through the thought comes into our mind thinking, oh, I'd love that. But actually it's already on its way to us. And that's how metaphysics works. And then the last thing I wanted to say as well is that our energy is unlimited. So when we have all these limiting thoughts about how things aren't going to work, that's just the way we're thinking. Our energy is unlimited. We have the most immense unlimited potential to create, to receive. And staying in that state is the point. That's the point of expansion into abundance. It's staying in the state of incredible receiving. And that's how we draw things to us. And there are no obstacles in our energy. So, we just we open the channels, whatever we need to do, body work, talking therapy, changing our mindset, changing our heart set, do what we need to do in order to get into the state of flow, and then things come naturally to us. So I hope that helped. I'd love to know what you thought. I would love to know if this helped you. And the next Miracle Monday is coming up on Monday, November 4th. That topic is surrender, which I'm so excited about. I did a wonderful online course with Michael Singer. I'm super excited about it. We'll be looking a lot at how to remove the blocks that we have to receiving. So please do join us. The information's on my Facebook event page, and have a great start to the week. Thank you for watching.